Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is MJ and you're at my channel called Reading This Life, and in this video I'm going to be doing the ratings and reviews tag. I was tagged by Mark at Book Time with Elvis. So let's get to the questions. Question number 1, how do you know you've just finished a good book? Is it a thinking or feeling response? For me, it's all about feeling. When I get that, oh, I'm so glad I read that. When I close the book and you just take a moment before you step back into life, that's when I know that I've read a good book. Second question, when do you start to form your review or rating system? What is the first question you ask yourself? I kind of give books the opportunity to do what they're meant to do. If I'm not feeling a book in the first maybe 75 pages, I'm going to put it down and I'm going to DNF it. But I'm looking for being attracted to the characters, being attracted to the plot, having something engaging happen, the editing, the language, it all has something to do with how I navigate a rating system with a book. I guess the first question I would ask myself is, do I want to turn the page? And if I'm at that place and I say no, I'm going to put it down. Question number 4, do I use star ratings? Why or why not? I do use star ratings. I am on Goodreads, and I hate their star ratings because there's not enough options. 1 through 5 stars isn't enough for me. So I actually just signed up for Storygraph, and I do like their star rating better. They go by fourths, so 4 stars, 4.25, 4.5, 4.75, 5. So there's a little bit more discretion when you're giving a review. So I like that better. I wish Goodreads would just update their star rating because it drives me nuts. My rating system is consistent. When I give a book the highest amount of stars, which would be 5, I believe, it's good, and I'll usually put a decent review underneath. When it gets to 3 and under, it's pretty basic. I wasn't that impressed with the book. It didn't make an impression on me. When I get to the 4s, that's when it gets tricky. I give a lot of 4 stars because there's not that wiggle room. I need that 4, 4.2, 4.5, 4.75. I need that extra just to give me that space, I guess. Next question, does every book have a perfect reader? Yes, every pot has a lid and every book has a reader. What my taste is isn't going to be yours. Art is subjective. So I don't think there are any bad books. I just think there are books that may not take to a person's taste. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things that can make a book bad. Bad writing, bad plot, bad character development, but overall, in saying that a book is bad, I wouldn't say that. I say that there's faults with the book, but maybe someone would oversee those faults. Every pot has a lid, and every book has a reader. Next question, what book that I hated did I recommend? I would never recommend a book that I hated. Maybe if it wasn't my cup of tea, I might make a suggestion to somebody who I knew liked that genre. I might do that, but a book that I flat out hated, I would never recommend to anyone. I think we covered the next question, kind of. What makes a book good, bad, or great based on my evaluation. So again, it would be character, plot, writing, editing, all of that. Timing sometimes, the narrator, all of those things go into it. Next question, I'm actually going to read it from my computer. When evaluating the quality of a book, do you have specific criteria or aspects of the book, such as character development, that you consider? Does this change if you are writing an in-depth review versus just thinking about the book for enjoyment? So yeah, all those things that I mentioned. Character development is huge. Plot formation, timing, the editing, if I was doing an in-depth review, I don't think I would point any of those out, because like a recipe, there's a number of ingredients that it takes for something to come out really good. And I wouldn't break apart, I wouldn't dissect a book in that way. You know, sometimes the characters do drive the book, but if you have a great character and not a great plot, I don't know, I just don't think that's a good recipe. So I think the formulation has to be balanced in order for me to give a great review. Think of it like a recipe. Next question, do I consider ratings or average star ratings when I consider adding a book to my TBR? No, because everything is subjective. A book that somebody hated, I might really enjoy. Something that I really enjoyed, you may hate. So I'm very open to that. I'm an equal opportunity reader. I will read just about anything that catches my eye, whether the ratings were good or bad. And sometimes I'll go into Goodreads and I will give something 5 stars, and other people have just like slayed it with 1 star. And that's their prerogative. But everybody's different, so you know, I respect that. I'm not gonna get into this next question, but who on BookTube does reliable and interesting reviews of books that I know I can use to decide if a book is for me or not? What makes the review so good? I'm not gonna point anyone out, but if I'm subscribed to someone, there's a reason that I'm subscribed. And you know, in between reading and doing videos, I do watch other creators' videos, and there's been some titles I never heard of that people say this is the best book that I read all year, you know, and I will take that into consideration 100%. So I'm not going to name like one specific person, you know, the videos that they do, etc., because I value the opinions of all creators. Again, they may rave about a book, they may say a book is terrible, but I'm willing to give it a chance. Last question, does those booktubers use different language than you to evaluate and review the overall quality of a book? I don't think so. We all kind of speak the same language unless we're in a foreign country and we don't actually speak the same language. But no, I think when a creator is giving the review of a book, it's the same. I understand what they're saying, 100%. Okay guys, so that is the ratings and review tag. Thanks again, Mark from Booktime with Elvis, for the tag. I'm not going to tag anyone specific because I don't know who has done this tag and who has not, but if you're interested in doing this tag, please do so. Make sure that you make a comment and let me know that you're going to do the tag. That way I could be on the lookout for it. So remember to like, subscribe for future content, get notified. Again, if you keep coming back, you know, maybe you should just subscribe, and that way you'll know when I have new content out. So that's it for me, guys. Until next time, goodbye for now.